music radio. So he was one of our people that one of our performers. So I love this song. He wrote this song for his wife when she found out she was pregnant. He dedicated this song to her. So I always want to play it every single time I host a space. So again, welcome everybody. We're getting ready to start. We are recording at the moment. We're streaming onto Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and also Social Chats SF is my station. So we're streaming on Twitter on that too. So again, I actually am trying to give Carlos the microphone. Check your microphone, and let's bring up the spoiled young ape real quick. And got that, and we have Diacon here. Hey, how are you? Okay, well, we're gonna keep going. So, Carlos, did you get the microphone for me? In the meanwhile, I just want to say hi to my friend Gina real quick, and I'm gonna add him as a speaker real quick. But it's gonna be while we get everybody on here. I'm bringing everybody on up. And Gina, I'm gonna have to bring you down because it looks like you're having a problem. But we'll open the mic for Q&A. I just want to say hi to you, but I'm gonna have to bring you down. Sorry, baby. Remove from speaker. I'll bring you back up. I just have to get everybody in here.
Oh, good.
Hi, how are you? Carlos, you get the co-host feature? Okay, it is 7:02, and
Hello.
we'll start.
Can you listen to me?
Hi, how are you?
Can you listen to me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, finally we did it. Okay, thank you.
Carlos and I have been trying to do a space together, like have a show, and I think we might find our niche right here.
How do I
Exactly.
get these buttons to go on here?
How are you?
I did. It says audios, call, spine device, open headset setting.
We can hear you.
You can?
Oh yeah, perfectly. You sound really good.
Oh, I didn't know that because I'm not hearing anything.
Well, I think it's the way it works off the phone. So if you have a headphone on there,
Yes.
depending on what it is, like so you gotta have something with a microphone, and you could also have something for Bluetooth for the headphones.
Got you.
Yeah, sometimes you have to really play with the equipment. It took me a long time to figure it out. I mean, it's like my task to get the perfect audio
Right.
in a
This is my
space.
first time trying it, so I'm like blindsided here with this.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. This is your first time? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, everybody, this is exciting. This is her first Twitter Spaces. I always remember my first Twitter Spaces, so that's why I'm so glad that I'm part of it.
I'm Sister Brat, by the way.
Oh, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Fantastic. So tonight we are host, but I didn't know if we're bringing up any team members.
Yes, I believe Caesar's speaking tonight.
Okay, yeah, I thought he was joining us. I didn't see. Oh, he'll join us in a few minutes. I think they're in the Discord channel probably. Hey, Brent. Okay, so before we start, I wanted to just say hi and say hi to Carlos. Just some quick opening remarks real quick, and we're excited to be asked to do this. Diacon is a software that I use. I run analytics on. I actually I enjoy helping people with their analytics because at the end of the day, it's really good to know how well you're doing, but also who's listening in, who's what's happening, and really connect with your listeners, especially for Space or Clubhouse or Spotify. So I really like I literally use it all. I think I use it every single day, and if I'm not doing it, I do it for someone else. So I really enjoy it. So when I was asked to say, "Hey, do you want to host a space with us for us?" I'm like, "Sure, whatever you want me to do." And then they mentioned Carlos. I was like, "Better winner." So Carlos and I have been trying to get a space going for so long now, And here we are. So welcome everybody. So Carlos, here we are. We finally got a gig together. Like we've been talking about this.
Yes, perfectly. Anyway, you interrupted me doing something that I was taking screenshots of all the people that we have here so early. I mean, the space is just only 5 minutes old, and there is a lot of people going down, 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 down the screen. But I'm not a woman. I cannot do more than one thing at the same time. You, the woman, are blessed. You are blessed with that special glandle or gland,
Multitaskers.
but we men, we cannot do that. So, or either I took the screenshot or I speak here. Welcome everybody. Welcome people from Darkom, and our special giveaway guest,
Thank you.
Spoiling Young Ape from the Spoil Young Ape Club. And I think it's going to be a very, very interesting uh, night, because we have things. I mean, we really want, we have some, this is very important. I mean, we have planned a question and answer session that we actually want to be done and to give you the opportunity to talk. But first, after Tonya initial remarks, if they are done, after, or Direcom if they want to say something, well, we are gonna hear our people from Spoiled telling us about just the general view of their project and what they want to achieve and why why they are here, and one they want to share with us about their future in this wonderful growing and energizing NFT world.
Yeah, we're living in a really exciting time right now, and I always when I got asked to do this to have a chat with the Sport Young Ape Club, and I researched what their project a little bit, and got to know them a little bit more, and so let's go ahead and start. I wanted to welcome everyone to our space, and we're here today to find more information about Sport Young Ape and what they're doing, and they're having some giveaway. But now you have to. There's rules also. I'm gonna go ahead and pin that out. But if everybody could, can you please retweet or just retweet the space to let people know that we're live now. We have about, I think it's about 83 people. And I'm actually using Diacon right now running my analytics. So we'd like to raise this number up. And again, I want to go ahead and welcome our, I guess, Spoil Young Ape. Hi, how are you?
Is Caesar in this chat?
No, I don't see him yet. You want to wait till he
Yeah,
comes, or
we need to
okay?
wait for Caesar because Caesar's supposed to present the project. Can you explain to our listeners a little bit about NFTs? Because some of them are very new to the NFT world. If you
Okay,
don't mind.
no problem.
Will
Carlos,
we
did
wait
you?
for Caesar?
Yeah, no problem. Carlos is like, I've been
No,
involved in the space since I'm not a mentor. I'm more like a communication specialist. But Carlos spends a lot of time with the NFT artists also. So I know it's non-fungible tokens. It's part of the blockchain. And I feel like, I'm going to write a story about not all blockchains are created equal, because I think a lot of people are kind of like stuck on the Ethereum. We're stuck on this blockchain, and and like I said, every blockchain is great. Again, it depending where you start. And if you're new and if you're a musician, you don't want to go out and start minting Ethereum, because it's going to be the gas price is going to,
That
it's going to
grass
kill you.
prices are crazy.
Yeah, right. So,
Can you add Shanzi 10x as a speaker?
oh,
sure.
something. Excuse me. We have Phyllis that Phyllis told me just by direct message that she would like to say some words. So Phyllis, the mic is yours if you have it.
Hello, everyone. I couldn't say hello due to technical problems. Hello, we love to have all of you here. It's nice to see all these people in our first space, partnered with Conion, our next product, and wish you a lovely session. If you have any questions about Darkon and social audio analytics, we are here, but today is the subject, and the NFTs will be on the focus. Have a nice session.
I have a very simple question. What time is it there where you are now? Because
Our team,
yeah, right now.
our team is in different places. So there's a person in Miami a, person in Istanbul, Turkey, and in the other part of Turkey, in the capital, and we are in separate places.
But the person in Istanbul is really awake and listening to us, or is
Yeah,
sleeping?
3 a.m.
3 a.m. That's what I
Wow.
wanted. So Disneyland says it's a small world, but it's not so small. In Istanbul, it's
World
3
big
a.m. Okay.
place. Can you send us some food over here? They have very
Yeah.
good food.
Okay, good. Then-
Can you add Caesar as a speaker? He's in the group waiting.
Okay. Yes, let me look for him.
Thank you.
By the way, the person with Conium want to say his opening remarks because before we start, sorry,
Okay.
because
The
he's already a
team,
speaker.
okay, Konyon is already a speaker, but the Darkon and Konyon team are the same, so we can proceed.
Okay, perfect. So let me look for Caesar. Okay, let's make this a little contest. The first one to find Caesar, this is like the, what is Waldo?
Because
Wait,
he
wait, wait.
did what for us.
This will be the first whitelist, the whitelist of finding Waldo. Okay, I don't see him. What's the real name of
I think this is
Caesar?
Caesar right here. I hope
You saw it?
someone's here, and I think they're.
You
Hi.
found him, and you got to give him a mic.
Well, what I did was I look at who followed him. So I noticed
Okay,
that he had spoiled young ape in there. So I was like, yeah, this must be him. So that's how I'm qualifying him.
okay, perfect.
Did I do right?
He
I
said
hope
he's in
so.
the, yeah, he said Caesar said he's in the chat. He's listening, but he wasn't able to talk.
Yeah, it looks like his microphone is
Oh,
not working. Twitter
I'll
just had an
text him and tell
update.
him.
Yeah,
tell
Twitter is
him
not having an update, so maybe he should update his app and come back.
exactly,
Okay.
or give us a 100 to ubicate him to see what I say. Anyway,
I'm talking to him on Discord. I'm telling him to update his app and turn on his mic. I'm waiting for him to respond.
okay, that's better.
Sorry about the delay.
Don't worry, that's
No, I know
normal.
everybody's time is precious. I'm really sorry.
No, there's Caesar.
Yeah,
Caesar's
This
but
is
here.
our
you
first
know,
time on. Okay, this is our first time on Twitter Space, so forgive us.
Oh no, you're doing
don't
great.
All
worry.
right, can you guys hear me now?
Well, thank you. Yes, now we can hear you. Yay!
There we are.
For a second, I
Okay.
thought we were like doing a Verizon campaign or something because like we couldn't hear each other. But yeah, this is hi Caesar, how are you?
Good. How
This
are
is
you?
Tanya. Fantastic. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. Sorry, I don't know. I thought I was in here. I guess it just wasn't showing up, but now we're all good.
Oh yeah, we're I was telling everyone we're recording on Headliner just because I want to have some snippets for you guys also, but also we are streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I have to say all this because that's the only way I can record the space. And this space also is being recorded, so it'll sit on Twitter for 30 days or after this. When you're done, I'm gonna like clean it up a little bit so that we won't have all the excess earlier parts. So
Thank you. We
Caesar
appreciate
just
it.
got off. Okay, Caesar just got kicked. There he is. I just brought him back again.
I'm right here.
Okay, so
Okay.
oh, there you are. Okay. So, welcome. I've been looking forward to this. We've been planning this for a while here. And in internet time, a week is a long time, by the way, because everything happens so quickly, especially for Twitter. So before we start, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and also about your team, and give us the why question. Answer the why question. I mean, why are you guys doing this? And I understand your mission. I totally believe in it. So my attitude in all this is, you don't want to feed somebody for a day. You want to teach them how to fish for a lifetime, right?
Yeah.
And we're living in a time right now that it's so important that we all need to diversify because A, we're in the middle of a pandemic. B, the opportunity is here. Technology is finally catching up and it's giving everyone, I call it, a seat at the table. So why don't you tell a bit about yourself and your project, and then we can go on from there.
Yeah, so my name is Caesar. I am the PR manager and moderator for Spoiled Young Ape Club. Basically, what our whole plan is and our whole philosophy is as a team is to be able
Sorry,
to give
Cesar,
the
can you,
average
excuse me, Cesar, can you get a little bit closer to the mic because we hear you a little bit low?
Okay, does that sound better? Is that
Thank
better
you,
now?
Carlos. That much better.
All right, cool. So yeah, my name's Caesar. I'm the PR manager and moderator for Spoiled Young Ape Club. Basically, what our whole plan here is, our philosophy, our NFT, is to just give the average person the opportunity to mine Bitcoin. That is our goal here. We have a supply of 5,555 unique young apes, and basically, if you hold one of our apes, you will have access to many different utilities in our project. The main one being, once we sell out our supply, we plan to buy 40 Bitcoin miners, and we will have a Bitcoin mining farm. And then once, each month our Bitcoin will mine X amount of money, we will put that money into a community wallet, a community treasury, where we will then give our community the opportunity to decide what we will do with that money, whether it be buying back the floor, investing in other NFTs, adding more Bitcoin miners to our mining farm, or even just making and utilizing this passive income, because then we will be able to divide up the profit from the Bitcoin to our community.
So it's all based on the community voting
Yes, absolutely.
on those 4 options.
Yes, 100%. We here have this very strong philosophy that we want people to want to be here. We want people that are, positive people that want to make some passive income, that, want to have a family and a voice. And holding one of our NFTs gives you that voice.
And we've also already donated to the Cancer Foundation. Actually, my profile picture was donated already to the Cancer Foundation. So we're into charity as well. And our roadmap is a long-term roadmap. And right now it's in roadmap 1, which we're at 10% right now. Our mint's coming up on the 14th.
Wow, that's
Our roadmap.
astounding. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. Our roadmap 2 is coming up after that, which is, like Caesar said, the Bitcoin mining, but that's on roadmap 2. And then we also have a roadmap 2.1 coming up as well. And that's going to be where they will get tokens, and we're going to introduce a new NFT at that point. There'll be more information to come on that in the future. But we want people to hold their NFTs long term, to receive a passive income. We don't want flippers. We just want people who really believe in the project and want to be a part of a family. And this is the long term, and this is how they get rewarded. Caesar?
Yeah, I mean, that was very well said, sis.
Thank you.
So yeah, absolutely. We want people to hold. The whole point of this project is to hold, not to flip. And we already have such a strongly established community. The way that our Discord works is we have a leveling system. So you level up based on your activity. We have a ton of great members that help each other. Anytime you hop in our Discord, everyone is always being positive, helping
We
each
have an
other out.
absolute wonderful family. Wonderful family.
So yeah, that's pretty much the basics of Spoiled Young Ape Club.
Basically, to help each other, to be interactive, to build a strong community is our priority, because the community is what it's really about. And if that community is not strong, it doesn't allow the project to grow and be strong. And since this is a long-term project, we want the family to be strong, help one another, support each other, so that we can all grow together.
You said that after the mining, the community mining will decide voting by or by any means, just like together in a communitarian way, what to do with the money earned or produced. And I love because there is a wonderful analogy being done these days regarding the NFT worlds, regarding the two big explosions of artistic development in the planet. The first one was in the old Greek times, the Greek and Romans, when all the explosion with all that things that were built in Greece. The second one was in the era of Leonardo da Vinci, and the Renaissance with all that things. And now we are experiencing what I believe is the third and biggest explosion of creativity in an artistic thing. And comparing with the Greeks did use a lot the community participation. So Athens, was a very rich capital, but all the people, all the citizens decided what to do. So we're somehow going back to basics, but with all these tools and powerful technologies, planetary literally planetary that we have now.
Yes, community is very, very important. Like I said, there's 5,555 NFTs. 13 of them are going to be legendary. We also just got listed on Rarity Tools, which is huge. And that will be revealed, I believe it's on the 18th of the month. Our pre-sale starts the 14th at 11 o'clock Universal Time. And then our public sale will be on the 15th at 11 o'clock at Universal Time. And on pre-sale, you're allowed 3 NFTs, and on the public, you're allowed up to 8 NFTs. Caesar?
Yeah, that's pretty much it for the basics. Our pre-sale is actually this Thursday, or this Friday, I'm sorry. It'll be the 14th of January at 11 a.m. UTC. And then our public sale will then be the next day, 24 hours later on 1/15/2022 at 11 a.m. UTC. Currently, though, our whitelist is full. We have actually, it's been nearly 2 weeks since our whitelist filled with 1,500 SYAC members, which we are blown away with how many people actively worked in our Discord and joined to get that whitelist roll so that they can get that pre-sale. But we are tonight offering 10 whitelist spots, not whitelist, the actual whitelist. So we're very happy to have so many people listening in and getting that chance at a whitelist spot in case they didn't already. Another thing I definitely want to highlight though is that we changed our time for minting. We changed it from 11 a.m. Eastern time to 11 a.m. UTC. And the reason we did that is because we don't want our community members to be fighting in a gas war to mint our Spoiled Young Ape NFT. So we changed the time. Pre-sale is going to have 24 hours to be able to mint. And then the public, however many are left at that point, I think it's going to go pretty fast. So
Me too. I think it's going to be real fast.
Yeah, so I'd make sure you set your alarms if you don't get on that pre-sale, because our Spoiled Young Apes sure are going to go fast.
And they're also going to be random. So it's not like you can pick which one you want. They're going to be randomly given out as people buy them, and then they're going to be revealed. I believe it's on the 18th, Caesar, right?
That is correct. Yes, it'll be on the 18th. And then lastly, one thing if we didn't mention, our price for both the pre-sale and the public sale will be 0.05 Ethereum. So that is also what we feel to be very affordable.
And we do that so that it's like the average person can get into a strong community and earn a passive income and be able to be a part of something bigger.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey guys. So congratulations for all the whitelist spots and for building such a huge hype and audience before the pre-minting and minting goes live. Uh, I've been in a few projects before, and I've seen a few times where the hype is pretty big, but on the NFT, on the minting side and the pre-minting side, they're not able to sell out regardless of how low the supply is. And I know that, given how big the community is, it makes sense that it will sell out. But do you have like a plan if in case it doesn't? What happens when the supply is not met within a, I don't know, relatively short amount of period? What happens then? It's always better to kind of think about these scenarios, because more often than not we run into these scenarios quite often. Doesn't reflect anything on the leaders, it just reflects on how the market is doing, right? So
Sure.
do you have like a plan or some kind of a strategy that will help combat some kind of a scenario like that, or anything like that, so you can be a little bit proactive rather than reactive?
No,
Well,
absolutely.
go ahead, Caesar.
Yeah, we definitely do have a plan. Well, I think one of the first things that we want to highlight is that if we aren't sold out, so say we just sell out 40%, we're still going to buy 40% of the 40 Bitcoin miners we plan to buy. So that is absolutely happening, no matter what. Whatever percentage we sell, that is the percentage of Bitcoin miners we're going to purchase. And again, to start, our plan is 40 miners, and that will cost us roughly $600,000. So again, we are using the profits from this NFT, all that we sell, and putting that toward the Bitcoin miners itself. Other things that we would plan on doing would be just some more promoting. But again, if you've been in our Discord, go in our Discord for 10 minutes. People are begging to be on our whitelist. So again, I totally understand the question. I think it's a reasonable question and a good question. So yeah, whatever percentage we sell, that's how many miners we're going to buy. But we are very, very confident that this will sell out very
We
fast.
have a wait list, and then we also have a waiting list we are assigning people to. So if a white spot becomes available, we can move them over to the list. So that way we have lists. We've been through it several times to make sure the addresses are valid. There's no bots in there. So we've been working pretty hard. We're excited. We love our team. We love the people in our community. We're all family. They're a very, very important part of this project. In fact, they are the project. I guess I feel blessed.
So I'm kind of like, let me reset the space a little bit because I want to like have a little bit more structure, because I didn't really want to have everybody grab the mic yet, but I wanted to ask you some more about your membership benefit, because I'm on your website, SYAC.io.
That's it.
So I understand the give back situation. Tell me about the token utility. I think that's really important. A lot of people need to understand a little bit more about that, especially when you're saying each NFT holder will get a reward of 10 tokens per day. You get to decide how to use your tokens.
Well,
Tell us
can I
about
point
that.
out one thing real quick? Like I said, there's 3 aspects of our roadmap. And right now we are on the launch part, which is roadmap 1. And the tokens part that you're referring to is our roadmap 2.1, which is down the line. So we can tell you a little bit about it right now, but there'll be much more coming out about that after we launch.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So one of the things that we plan to do with our whole project is I've seen firsthand a project will release, they'll promise all these utilities, and then it just kind of plateaus because there's nothing to really look forward to. So our tokens is something that we are absolutely going to be moving forward with, but we don't want to give too much information out quite yet. One thing I will say is that down the line, the holders, again, they will receive 10 tokens per day. And
For
then
NFT.
per NFT, that is correct. Thank you, sister.
Mhm.
Absolutely. 10 per NFT per day. And having these tokens will definitely come in handy down the line, because we have many utilities with different companies, brands down the line, and also our second generation, which we plan on doing moving
Launching.
forward. We
And
call
they'll be able
that
to use
the
those
home and
tokens
beyond.
towards merchandise as well.
That is absolutely right. Our merchandise is already in the works, and we're very excited to start to show that and share that with everybody as well.
And the project owner's already been looking into the Bitcoin miners. He's given us, I believe, the model number of the Bitcoin miners that we're going to get. Caesar probably has that information.
Yeah, but Tanya, however you want to go about this. I mean, I can talk about the miners that we're buying, or if you have another question or want to, again, keep this more structured.
Hey, sorry, I have a curious question. I read somewhere that your original idea was inspired in a TV show. Is that true?
Sis, do you want this one?
No,
Yeah,
you can take it.
I
Go
would
ahead.
like to know about the Growing Pains TV
Yeah.
show or something like that. Tell us a little bit about that. That's very curious.
Yeah, we as a team just really love that TV show, Growing Pains, and you know,
And we've been going
kind
through
of
some.
yeah, we've been going through some as a community, and that's just kind of the highlight for us is that, you know, we're just all human beings as a whole, and we're gonna grow together. And although we might run into some painful situations, and get
We're
into some
still a
trouble,
family.
we're still a family. That's exactly it.
Every family goes through growing pains. Every business goes through growing pains, and that's what it's about. It's about going through these growing pains together on a project for something better for us to benefit together down the line. And as we go through those pains, it brings everybody closer as a community because we're there to support each other. And I think it's making us stronger as a community. And those are the growing pains we're going through. And sometimes we get a little feisty. We like to monkey around a little bit.
So you guys are gonna have 5,555 unique young apes, and also you have like 200 accessories to go with it. Can I ask you, like, how did you guys come up with all those numbers?
So originally we were thinking, you know, let's do 10,000 and give this much opportunity to people, and then we slowly started talking, and we just kept cutting the number down because what we want is we want a small and unique group of people again that want to be a part of this, because the way that we look at it and the way we did our research is that the average person buys more than one. If you look at any project, most people own two. So really what we're looking at is about 2,250 people to buy this NFT. And again, we just want it to, for this passive income, we feel that a smaller supply and a higher demand will make it a much more enjoyable experience for everybody and a greater chance to actually bring in a decent amount of passive income down the road.
With regards to the passive income, has there been any kind of cadence set up? Like, are we going to get paid weekly at a certain amount of time, or is the pay going to be done monthly? How is that?
So the way that it'll work is that we will be putting the Bitcoin mining, like the amount that the Bitcoin miners mine, that will go into a community wallet that everybody will be able to see. All the holders will be able to see. Okay. And then each month, our community members will vote on how we will spend that money, whether it be
Four
again.
options. If you look at the roadmap, there's 4 options for the community to vote on.
Yes. So whether it be buying the floor back, buying more miners, or splitting the money equally per NFT. So say that you have 10 NFTs, 10 spoiled young apes, and one of them equals $10. Then that month you would make $100 just by holding your NFT. So again, it all depends on the community, but again, everyone will have access to our community wallet and be able to see how much we're bringing in, and that will obviously be updated quite often. But the main thing being the vote is once a month.
Okay.
So if they decide to purchase that following month more Bitcoin mining machines, our passive income would increase each month we were to buy more Bitcoin mining machines. So it all depends on what the community wants. Do they want that small amount of passive income? Do they want to increase the passive income? Do they want to buy into other NFTs? Buy back the floor. So it's a community decision where we all have to come together on a monthly basis to make that decision.
Yes, and then there will be a channel specifically made for this on our Discord called the Ape Mining Farm that you will only be able to access with proof of holding that will be done through your wallet ID.
Great, great. What I am really excited and obviously a little bit more chances of tokens and probably more chances of mining profits as well. One other thing I want to
Anuk, sorry to interrupt you. You already had one question, and there is a lot more people that I know this space will last only 1 hour, and we already are in the 8:36, only 20 minutes left. Okay, so please hold, okay, and wait to see if there is another chance for a second question for you. We have, for example, Dardan has been with his hand raised a lot. Wiz, Elvis, and Brian. And in this case, if Tonya is agree with me that it will be time for another question from the audience, you can choose yourself, Caesar, Brian, Darden, or Elvis. I hope to be pronouncing them well.
Yeah, let's go
Choose,
with Brian.
Choose Brian. Okay, go ahead. Brian, you can talk now. Sorry, Anush. Okay, thank you. And good questions. Your questions are very good.
all good. Thank you.
Go ahead, Brian. Welcome.
Where Brian?
Welcome, Darden.
Well, firstly, just wanted to say what's up to everyone in the room, and thank you, Tanya, and thank you, Carlos, for holding this space. It's awesome that you guys are having a Q&A. But I'm just now looking over basically Spoiled Young Ape Club, because I'm not gonna lie, I've not heard of the project, so this is my first time running across it. So I'm not sure if you guys have already answered some of these questions or not, but I was just kind of curious if you could kind of give me a rundown of like what exactly Spoiled Young Ape Club will be, I guess, doing for. I'm assuming it's a social cause, correct? Unless I'm mistaken. But yeah, I was just kind of curious about a little bit of like what you guys do. I was listening in just a little bit, so I only got to hear kind of like a little bit of what's kind of going on, but I'd love to hear about kind of like what you guys are about. That was basically my question. Just this is my first time hearing about you guys, so I'd love to hear what you guys are about. I'm all ears.
Sister, you kind of spoke on this already. If you want to kind of reiterate what you said.
Okay. Well, our project actually is a long-term project. We have 3 roadmaps. Right now, we're on roadmap 1. We're at the 10% level at roadmap 1, which we donated to the Cancer Foundation, my PFP picture, and it was auctioned off, and the money went to the Cancer Foundation. And now we're getting ready for our launch. And then after our launch, we have a roadmap of 2.0 coming out, which is where the Bitcoin miners get purchased, and that process goes, and the community votes once a month on where the money comes from.
big fan of what you're doing, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. So it sounds like you guys are, kind of
So,
unsure about.
hey, sorry, Elvis, you're not in the fan category. You are already an addict, okay? The way you say it. Discord gets very addictive if you get it. I still don't get it, actually, exactly what Discord does. And it's difficult for me. Maybe
Man,
because I am a young man of only 60 years old. I'm not
Carlos,
kidding you.
hop in the
I
community.
was born in 61, yeah.
You won't regret it. No, so I was gonna ask about the miners, but it sounds like it's really depending on how you guys sell out initially. And you guys really answered that pretty well. Looking at the first phase, looks like you guys have some affiliations with some retail brands, big retail brands. I was wondering if you could speak on that a little bit, and what brands you're affiliated with and tied to on the clothing retail space.
Okay. So we do have one brand that we are very, very close to confirming, but again, we don't want to give anything away just in case something would happen. But
Sure.
we are in talks with. I guess I could give you a little bit of a little tiny detail. Basically, you would be getting some discounts by holding our NFT.
That's
I can't tell you on what, but it's definitely a good utility to have. And then the last thing that actually we were just talking about today, our team, was the brands. I mean, everyone knows that Adidas partnered with Bored Ape Yacht Club, and that is definitely something we are looking to do. Um, it's obviously early for us to even begin talking about that, but that is absolutely something that we look to do in the future.
awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, man. Thanks for the question. Glad you're a part of the family.
Okay, I think we can go ahead. If any other people want to request Mike, we can accept that. And meanwhile, if anyone from Darkon or Spoil, if you have, Spoil is reconnecting. I think it did lose the connection a little bit. Or you, Tonya, if you have another question, you can
Oh
go ahead.
no, I'm good. I'm actually I started I'm just here watching. I can't wait to see the progress. It's exciting.
I think you didn't know the show Growing Pains, and you're watching the rerun on Netflix.
I watch Growing Pains. Like you're kidding me?
Yeah. Did you see Growing Pains sometime in your life? I
I
guess
watched
so.
it all the time. Nowadays, I just like to critique which one I drank too much alcohol or something. Because Growing Pain had some issues, but it's a great show though. I loved it. I mean, that was my childhood, so I totally understand what they're saying.
It's a total cult, by the way. It's something that really did left its mark on television totally. So I would like to go for another question, but I don't know if I can make it myself, or we can choose someone from
You
the
can ask the
audience.
question.
I have another one, but I don't want to step on toes.
I got another one too. So whoever gets to decide.
Hey, you got yours. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. Who has another question? Anu and Elvis.
Elvis wants to go up. Go ahead, man.
Thanks, man. So just wondering, just curious, was that more of an inspiration, from Bored Ape Yacht Club and the Mutant Ape, or any affiliation there, or was it more just inspiration and kind of hopping on that wave?
That's a good question, and I think the best word to describe it is more just of an inspiration. I will say that we do have some Bored Ape Yacht Club members in the Discord group. I've talked to a few that said they are absolutely going to buy. They're definitely going to mint, and they will be getting their own special role in our Discord. So if a Bored Ape Yacht Club miner or Bored Ape Yacht Club mints are Spoiled Young Ape, they will get their own special role, just for being a part of the biggest, arguably the biggest NFT project there is today. So yeah, more so just inspiration.
Awesome.
I'd like to.
Okay, so go ahead and go ahead. Go ask your question. I'm just going to go through because we got some more requests. So just
I'm
going to
just
approve them.
So at one point, I was bringing this up in Discord. But do any of the team at some point, do they plan on doxing, or is that not a possibility in any time in the near future?
Yeah, we don't plan on doxing. We get this is probably our most asked question besides our mint date before we release the mint date. But yeah, we just, for privacy reasons and some things that we've experienced early in the project, because early on we were considering, but we ran into some roadblocks and we decided that we would prefer just to be private. And that's just our decision. And the way I like to put it, because obviously we have seen people get scammed and we feel so bad. There's so many people in our community that have said they've kind of either run into a scam or a rug pull. If you do feel nervous for any reason at all, there's always going to be the floor to buy from. So I guess I can just leave it at that.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for the question.
I think we got some more people coming up the elevator.
Yeah, I would love
Oh,
to
who's
ask a
next?
question.
I have a very short question.
Oh.
Can I do a very short question? And I think it's important for everybody listening here. What about the mean price? Have you thought about the mean price?
Yeah,
Have you a decision about it?
Yeah, I mentioned that again. It is 0.05 Ethereum, and that will be the same for both the pre-sale and the public sale. 0.05.
0.05 Ethereum. Okay, good.
That is correct. All right. Who? Who's next? Deli Biz.
Hi guys. Hi.
Can you hear well, everybody?
I can
Yeah.
hear her. She's doing fine. She's great.
Yeah. So our artist is Genix Art. This was their second NFT project, I believe. And yeah, they just went ahead and made everything for us. We are so happy with the way that happened. We actually have more than one that worked on it, but again, it's Genix Art, as in that is the team that went ahead and did that. But we are so happy with the way everything turned out. And the cool thing is that I actually saw people in the server. A lot left to be seen, and I think everyone's going to be blown away with how cool some of these spoiled young apes are. And we want people to hold. That's obviously one of the whole points of our project. But there's definitely, I think, going to be a little bit of some negotiating on some of these spoiled young apes that get minted just by luck. So we'll see what happens. But again, I really think everyone's going to love the art.
Great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. One last question. Because of the volume that you guys are showing in Discord and how amazingly extreme your social media platforms have risen, are you prepared in your smart contract for the volume of transactions that are going to be darting to the moon?
That is definitely a good question. So we've actually been testing our smart contract, and we do plan to release that here in the next 2 days. There's definitely going to be a lot of volume, and we are very prepared. We think that everything's going to work out properly.
We're testing everything right now to try to make sure that we can avoid glitches and problems with it. So
yeah,
we should probably in a few more days be releasing it so that everybody can connect their wallets and start getting that going. That's on the wait list.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much for that information and update. I appreciate your time.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
thanks for your
Thank you for being part of our family.
Yes.
All right, who's next?
I'm like tweeting. Hold on. I'm trying to get in, and then you get lost. And there's a bunch of people popping in, and want to go ahead and give them the mic. There's a rule that I have when people join my space. If they don't have a profile picture, I try not to. I'm sorry. Up. I want to make sure we're good. But to get on the space, you got to have a profile picture, and that's the only way. My requirement, and stuff that you're posting is what we're talking about. So just FYI,